This is Pinball Minority Report.
I'm Erika.
And I'm Manu. And we're two pinball fanatics bringing you real talk, wild stories, interviews, and everything happening in the world of pinball. Erika, what are we talking about on today's show?
Today's show, we're going to talk about the true story of Sarah Winchester. And then we're going to talk about pinball at Fanime, which is a anime convention. Then we're going to talk about LGR gets a pinball machine. Or LGR, I think it's LGR gets a pinball machine because that one's your story.
Yeah, it's LGR stands for Lazy Game Reviews, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But how have you been? What's been going on? We got a lot going on.
We've got a lot.
Erika's got it going on.
It's been a lot. My grandma was really unwell. I made a very last minute, I got on a flight within 24 hours to go see her in Sweden.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So she was, but she's recovering and she's doing better. So I'm glad about that.
Can I ask you what airline did you fly? Was it SAS?
No, none of SAS. I flew United, and then my next flight I think was Lufthansa. And then I also took Eurowings.
Eurowings? Mm-hmm. What is that? Is that new?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's they're I think a branch of Lufthansa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you ever flown Scandinavian Airlines?
I have. Yeah. My uncle, I think, was a pilot for them for a while.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So you flew into Stockholm?
Yeah, I flew into Stockholm.
I love that airport. I mean, there's not much there, but I love, so here's something stupid that you would never know, Erika. in the bathrooms in the Stockholm airport. She's starting to laugh already. This is why you do a podcast with me. Okay. Yeah. In the bathroom in Stockholm airport, they have, urinals, right? For dudes to go in and do their thing. The number one, not the number two. Okay. And so I land in Stockholm, and that's when I used to go out there to teach dance. So I land in Stockholm, got to go to the bathroom, walk over to the bathroom, see the urinal, and I noticed that I'm like, oh, they must not keep this place very clean because there's a fly down there. And I look close, and I go, wow, well, wait, there's a fly on every single urinal. Wait a minute. Are they giving me a target? Dude, they literally give you a target to hit. Hello, Pinball Minority Report right here. No, whoa. But I immediately was like, the Swedes are brilliant. This is amazing because they're telling you the optimal place for you to aim so you have less splash.
It would be the Swedes. They're trying to be efficient.
They're awesome. I love them. I love you guys. You guys are great. Okay, so anyway, that's my story about the...
You've been many times to Sweden, though. This was something I learned about you a little while ago.
Yeah, I miss it, though. I've flown to Stockholm like 8 times. I miss it, but... so there you go.
We'll go sometime.
We'll go. Yeah. Yeah. I also have to make a trip with Isaiah to Japan to find some pinball in Japan too.
Ooh, yeah, I want to go to Japan really bad as well. But yeah, I made that quick trip, and just been working on a bunch of other stuff otherwise. So, lots of pinball.
Lots of pinball. Well, let's talk a little bit more about pinball. Let's, as we say, let's push start and let the games begin. Ooh. And I'm player one. And with my first ball, I'm going to launch something at you, Erika. That's all right. Full disclosure. If you don't want to hear about, the show is titled The Winchester Mystery Hoax. We're going to tell you right now, if you want to skip this and believe whatever you want to believe, Erika will chapterize this podcast, so you can just skip this chapter.
Yeah, you can just skip the chapter about the truth of Sarah Winchester. Yeah, I mean, I'm about to have everything being told to me. I grew up with the Winchester house. Like literally, like I remember going on field trips as a kid to this place. They tell us the story about Sarah Winchester, and then Manu comes to me and
What? What?
wants to reveal Santa Claus, the
Oh,
Easter
but
Bunny, the Tooth Fairy, everything. He does it all.
you know what?
Yeah.
I blame YouTube because I watch too much YouTube.
But I'm very interested to know because you were the one that did the research on this and not me. So I'm ready to be surprised, just like a lot of the listeners. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll put chapters though, so you can skip this whole story if this is not your jam.
Yeah, you could cut it right out. So anyway, all right. So here's the deal. Because Erika, I also I was taken to the Winchester Mystery House when I was a little kid, scared the crap out of me, all that other stuff. But just to keep all our pinball people up to snuff, you guys probably already know this, that Barrels of Fun recently released a pinball machine based on the license from the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. So the Winchester Mystery House pinball game was designed, actually the lead designer was first-time designer Carl D'Angelo, with audio and stuff like that by our own buddy Jeff Dodson from Dirty Pool Pinball. Beautiful game, beautiful artwork, faithfully recreating Erika. Yes. Oh, wait, I got one. Wait. If you're listening to podcast, Eric and I are both all praise the Mighty Pyramid that we both have. I have a different one than you do.
Yeah. I got the OG.
There's a QR code on the back of this. I never noticed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Anyway, Brad Albright and Jeff Dodson did the design for this.
Both great people.
Both great people. All right. So, Barrels of Fun's Winchester Mystery House, faithfully recreating the story of the Winchester Mystery House in a pinball context. But Erika, is that story fact or fiction?
I thought it was fact, but
what makes you doubt that? The fact that we're doing this story right now.
Yeah, the fact that you sent me all these YouTube videos and then you're like, and I was like, wait, what? My whole life has been a lie.
All right.
I'm ready to learn though. No, now I think it's fiction. I mean, now I think I get it. Like you got a theme park for something, so hit me, Manu.
Well, it might turn out that. Now, don't get us wrong. The pinball machine is amazing, faithful reproduction of the story of the Winchester house, but it might be just as true as the faithful retelling of the story of Twilight Zone by Pat Lawler. Right? Or the faithful retelling of the story of the Addams family, real family, that actually existed. They lived right next door to the Munsters. So I'm watching YouTube, which is the worst thing for you to do as a person. All right. And a video comes up. It must have heard me talk about the Winchester house. A video comes up called 40 Reasons the Winchester Mystery House is a Total Scam. Erika, is there a way for us to post links?
Yeah.
In the description? So we have links to a couple of YouTube videos that we'll post in the show notes. But I went down a rabbit hole, Erika, because like you, my life was based on the fact that Sarah Winchester went to a medium or some kind of fortune teller or something. Sarah Winchester, the wife of the Winchester estate, the gun that won the West or whatever, right? The Winchester actual rifle, the repeating rifle. Sarah apparently went to a medium that said, to atone for the deaths of all the people killed with a Winchester rifle, you must go west and build a house and continue building and confuse the spirits. So that, because Sarah's husband died and then the daughter died and everyone died in her life. So she went a little crazy and started building a house and built and built and built. And so around the time the pinball machine came out, Erika, you were like, hey, let's go check the house out. Yeah. Right?
We did a little field trip.
We did a little field trip. What to refresh our memory about the house and the story of the pinball machine, right? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we wanted to get a chance to like because like I had not gone to it since I was like 12. And for context, I'm 31 now.
I haven't gone to it since I was 12 either. For context, I am also 31 now.
Yeah. And so we went to this house and we wanted to also see we'll have something about it later because I've been meaning to edit this video. We have lots of photos and pictures. We went on this little field trip to look at the house and then compare it to the art of the game of Brad Albright's art and just like the story, just all encompassing. We went to the house. This is the game. How do they compare? Sort of episode.
Yeah.
So
it was super cool too.
Yeah, I had a blast. I think there were some people. We were giggling quite a bit, and I could tell there were some people in our tour group
annoyed.
That were not happy with us. We were both like, oh, that's like from the game. That's like that's the thing.
Yeah,
like, Brad probably did that. And then these
Yeah.
people just looking at us, and we're like, "There's a pinball machine. We swear it's coming out." Like, and they're like, "Okay." Like, and I'm like,
I think I remember you asked the staff when were they getting their pinball machine. Is that right?
Yeah, I asked the staff if they knew, and they were like, "Not sure, but we know it's coming, and it's gonna be right over there with all the other games that we have that are like from that." Well, those are older games. This is not a newer game, but like kind of the game section, I guess you could say. So, I still haven't played it at the Winchester House yet, but I do plan to make a visit back there at some point.
Yeah, that was a super cool visit. And Barrels of Fun and Carl and the whole team did an amazing job of recreating the story of the house. We even remember we took the cellar tour. Was it the cellar tour or the basement tour?
Yeah, it's like a basement or the cellar. Been a hot minute since we went now. It was back in November we went, but it's May for context. More context.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was fun. We had to wear these little helmets so that we wouldn't hit our heads.
I forgot.
And that's where people said that they've seen the most ghosts, that they've seen like the groundskeeper, that they've seen the people, like things are just weird down there. And I personally didn't expect to feel anything while I was there, and I didn't. So maybe if I kept going, I had a friend that used to work there, and I believe that they said that they kind of felt little spooky vibes.
Sure. Well, I mean, yeah, it was a fun trip. We saw it was like they faithfully reproduced it in the game. So the issue right now is, this is not the only video that I saw, right? The popular legend claims that Sarah believed that she was haunted by the spirits of people killed by Winchester rifles and that she built a house in order to appease or confuse them, possibly under guidance of a psychic. According to the story, construction could never stop or she would die. Now, they have been kind of going through the house recently within the last, 5 years or so, and finding more rooms and finding things that were not on the blueprints and discovering that Sarah Winchester, number one, wasn't, going back through the Sarah Winchester history, she wasn't necessarily crazy. She probably was the most brilliant construction mind, architect, what else is there to say? Super awesome person protecting the rights of women, saving children. There were a lot of things in the house that spoke more to sanity and predisposition of what she was doing as opposed to ghosts and stuff like that, right? And I wrote some of this down. I'm happy. Eric and I are happy to give you guys the information. Go look at the videos. There are many videos on YouTube explaining why they discovered that Sarah wasn't crazy and this is not the real story. Is because when Sarah died, the house was purchased by another family completely who tried to do something with the house, couldn't figure out what to do until they discovered if they made a story up and made it a haunted house, people would start coming. And so this is clearly documented. The family that owns the house now, the estate that owns the house now, has nothing to do with Sarah Winchester. And so they needed a reason to have people come to visit And thus they made up the story of Sarah Winchester being, told by a medium. There was never no researchers could find any proof that Sarah went to a medium and was told this, that Sarah had moved to California because of this. And there are also many stories about Sarah protecting women, because back in the day, abortions, you couldn't get an abortion. Like if you were trapped or, unfortunately impregnated, let's say it that way to keep the nasty words out of the stream, there's no recourse for you as a woman. And Sarah there were Erika, there were like medical rooms in her house prepared with all kinds of things. And this is all kinds of stuff that's not just for Sarah. It's for like many people. She had rooms that kept people safe. If you had to go off the grid for a little while, Sarah was there for you. I have something here written in my notes that says, Sarah was an independent, wealthy woman with an interest in architecture who continually redesigned her home, sometimes rebuilding sections simply because she didn't like them. Okay, not because of ghosts. Her reclusive lifestyle and the strange design of the house helped fuel rumors of superstition and madness. Sarah had very innovative ideas in architecture and was intricately involved in the construction of her house. She pushed boundaries and innovated in many areas, including, now we saw some of this when we saw indoor plumbing wasn't popular back, right? Forced air heating. The floor was warm. Gas-powered lighting on demand across rooms. Erika, remember the intercom system that she had? Yeah. It was crazy. It was like you could tell where everyone was in each room at any point.
Really innovative.
Yeah, everything we saw was there. Remember the floors that collected the water and the water would run off? There was like a greenhouse room where the water would run off in a certain way and recollect and do all this stuff. Sarah had electricity. Sarah had $1 bazillion and was smart. So the point here in the story is, once again, we'll link to YouTube videos that clearly show the history of the house. The point is to not defame Sarah Winchester's legacy with a fake story about her being crazy and running from ghosts. The point is to mark a person in history who was smart, innovative, and knew exactly what she was doing and exactly how to do whatever with her money. Yeah. That was a pretty big thing for me, because if you're super smart, but you're I'm just going to say that the family that took over the story maybe could have went a different way with it and not, tarnish the Sarah Winchester's legacy.
Yeah, to make her come out to be someone that she really wasn't. Yeah, what you've told me and what you've researched and what I plan to watch later as well to like kind of get more into it. Yeah, man, just that's so wild to hear. What you were telling me with the earthquakes happening and changing parts of the house and how they just decided, we're just gonna say this happened.
Yeah. Well, for two case in points I bring up to Erika, which was discovered in a couple of those videos, is number one, the room that goes nowhere. You open the door and it drops right off the side of the house. Well, that would happen if you didn't rebuild the porch that was there. They have pictures of that side of the house, and the door led to a little opening area where you could step onto and look out. They literally have pictures of that side of the house that's constructed. And when the earthquake happened, that side fell off. They just didn't rebuild it. Sarah didn't do it to make ghosts fall, because what's the best way to kill a ghost? To make it fall and die. Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. Hold
If
up.
it walks out the door, it's gonna fall. You heard it. No, probably break both its ghost legs.
And it's just tons of that. The other thing, probably break
Just like
both his ghost legs.
Yeah, if you like put all of that together, it was like, let's go break some ghost legs. Now they're only going to stay on the bottom.
I mean, come on. Sarah had more money than most people back then.
She was so incredibly wealthy. Like,
so Erika, do you think she could afford a chandelier with 13 candles if she wanted? Not a chandelier that's there that has 12 candles and then some busted up add-on candle. She could be like, can you just make it with 13, please?
Yeah, she could have done that. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff with this story for Sarah. And she, like, it's so interesting from when we took this tour and like all the things that they're talking about her and that they're saying what she did and I can see clearly now that they were wrong.
they had to stay on a script. Everyone who works at the Winchester Mystery House has to stay on script. They cannot vary from script. And there's documented cases of people who used to work there that one woman said she felt so sad that she had to say this thing about this wonderful woman, Sarah Winchester. That was not true. But once again, we reiterate, the game is amazing, and the game faithfully reproduces the story of the Winchester Mystery House. Whether you guys want to believe it or not, that's up to you. We give you the information. We'll give you the links. Go check it out. Let us know what you think.
Yeah. And if you want to prove us wrong, if you want to prove Manu wrong, and say you've got facts to back it up.
Bring it.
Let's go.
Ghosts.
Break their legs.
Speaking of ghosts, and this is a terrible segue, but does Fanime have any ghosts at it?
Oh, Fanime does it have ghosts? Probably. People pretending to be ghosts.
But I thought Japan didn't like ghosts.
I mean, people cosplay, and they could be cosplaying as ghosts. So,
tell me about Fanime. I'm new to this. What's going on?
So, Fanime is this fans of anime convention that happens in San Jose as well. So another thing in San Jose, it's actually pretty close to the Winchester Mystery House. So Fanime is in May. It's a fans of anime convention, and it's happening during May 22nd to the 25th. It happens during Memorial Day weekend, and it's just like Halloween in May. Like, so many people come dressed up. There are dealers, there's artists, there's cosplayers, there's dances, there's all sorts of stuff. They have speakers, like voice actors from animes and stuff like that coming out. And I've been going to this show. I'm a fan of anime. I really do. I'm like in my anime era right now, Manu, actually, because like I watched Pokemon growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? And I watched Pokemon, and I remember Sailor Moon, and I watched some like Winx Club, and maybe a few other things, like a lot of Cartoon Network as well. Maybe like Nickelodeon and stuff. It's Fairly Odd Parents, or oh man, everything's escaping me now. Kim Possible. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, so like I grew up with a lot of cartoons, and some of that is there as well. And now I'm on Crunchyroll, and I'm watching Demon Slayer.
Oh, really?
And Free Ren, and Dandadan, and Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia. All these names that like some of you are probably like, what the heck is this? Some of them are really good, and if you want some anime recommendations, I'd be happy to give some more. But I go to this show to go look at I go to look at stuff, right? I go to look at people's art. I love going to, so they have a dealer's hall and they have an artist alley. And those are the two places I spend a lot of time in. And the dealer's hall has just like people that are selling like official merch / like their own t-shirts or swords. Like there's literally like a sword vendor. You can buy any sort of anime sword from whatever video game or show you've watched. They've got people that sell pillows, posters. There's some really interesting things there. I like going to the artist alley though, because these are people's real art, and they've been really looking to keep AI art out of there as well too. Now that it's becoming a thing, there's a lot of conventions that are now being like, "Hey, you can't have AI art at your booth," which I think is great because keep artists doing art. And I have a lot of posters. I probably could plug in a few pictures or whatnot that I've bought from the years I've been attending the show. I don't go all the time, but I would say I've been to the show at least 6 or 7 times. It's something I really enjoy going to when I get a chance, and yeah, I just think it's a lot of fun. There's a gaming hall. So now the reason I'm talking about Fanime with you in this episode is because I will be bringing pinball to the show. So they have a gaming hall, and this gaming hall has a lot of like Japanese games, Dance Dance Revolution. They have a lot of console stuff, and there's other vendors and stuff that bring those. But I was able to talk to my sponsor, Rewind Pinball, who is going to bring some Pokemon pinball machines. And
wait a minute, that's Japanese.
Yes. I thought of this though because they're just, Rewind Pinball. They're a new pinball dealer. They deal with Stern and Barrels of Fun games. So we just talked about Winchester. They had Winchesters for sale, and then they didn't because because nobody got to got sold out in 24 hours. But this is sort of like a way for their outreach, but also I just thought it would be super cool to now do this. Like I haven't had a pinball machine that I felt like I could bring to Fanime that would have the sort of impact Pokemon will. Yeah. So I'm actually really excited. And I've even invited you, Manu, to come.
I can come too?
Yes. So we're going to get to go to the show, and we're going to get to show people.
I'm all set.
You're all set with your little tech kit. Nice. For those of you that are visually not watching, for those of you that are listening and not watching, Manu just grabbed out his tool belt that he's going to bring
tool
to
belt,
Fanime,
my Marco tool belt. Sorry, not a sponsor, but I love this tool belt.
Yeah, we love Marco. They're great. Amoto and the team there are amazing.
Yeah, if they want to sponsor us, it's fine, but not yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to introducing this like new wave of people into pinball. My current idea is to like interview all these people that come to play Pokemon, and then talk about what other animes or pinball machines they would like to see, and let them know if like some of them already exist, and like where would they go to play, or like ask them basically all the sorts of questions that I wouldn't think of myself anymore. After being in pinball for as long as I've been, I sort of forget what it's like, right? In the beginning. Yeah. And when I talk to a family member or a friend that doesn't know something about pinball, and I start talking pinball, and then they have to stop me, I get kind of excited because I'm like, oh, thank God you've reminded me that this isn't normal, or like that this isn't like all well known to everybody, right? Not that pinball isn't normal. All right. Pinball is very normal. It's just some of what you might know in pinball. It might not be the standard pinball knowledge. And I really like that. So I'm very excited to also know like what animes that I want to make in pinball machine. Like what other animes can we convince these pinball companies to make a dream come true?
Have you, in the times you went, have you seen any pinball there, or no? It's kind of not part of it, really?
I've never, in the gaming hall, from my understanding, I've never seen pinball at the show. They have all these like Japanese games, like the Candy Cabs and like Dance Dance Revolution, and like, I don't know, I've seen like those crazy dance games. A lot of people like the dance games, like those washing machine games.
Those washing machine games where they come dressed with, they have their gloves on and they're just going nuts.
The gloves are everywhere.
The gloves. I've gone to Stonestown, and we went to that arcade that's at Stonestown, and yeah, they're pretty serious.
Yeah,
but
no, it's sick though. I like it, and I would say this is Halloween in May because so many people come dressed up, and that's what's I think so fun about it too. Is like the culture of cosplay that happens, and getting to see the obscure ones, the most popular ones, like a very well-known anime is Attack on Titan. A lot of people for some years were dressing up as Attack on Titan. You also have the classics like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and One Piece. Like the amount of One Piece Luffy's out there is a lot. And just for some video games too. Like maybe you like some Devil's May Cry, or you like Zelda. You like I don't know. I'm trying to think of all the video games I play right now, which are
I'm telling you though, like I can't wait to see how big of a hit the Pokemon pinball machine from Stern is going to be when it's there, because nowhere else in the world does it fit better. I'm surprised Stern didn't already think, wow, let's take Pokemon to anime conventions. Because if you would have plopped down a Twilight Zone or like, say, like a, I don't know, a John Wick or something like that at a Fanime convention, you might get a passerby or two. But to drop down Pokemon, which is literally the artwork from the original Pokemon artists, it's got Pikachu in there. It's got all the guys in there at an anime convention. I can't wait to see what the reaction is going to be. Just that alone, Erika, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like because I originally was going to just attend this convention anyway. It is something I just enjoy going to. I'd probably go a day or two. Now I'll be there for most of the convention in order to be there at the games and kind of talk to people. But yeah, I just thought that like, wow, wouldn't this be so cool? And then I talked to my sponsor about it. It's like, hey, like I think this would be a really great place for you to bring Pokemon, to try to show it to people. So I'm really grateful for Adam at Rewind Pinball for I guess what's the indulging, or like what's
I guess indulging, sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
To help me bring out this fantasy
and
show people this world that we love so much. And yeah, I'm stoked, man. It's in 2 weeks, May 22nd to the 25th, and I think we're gonna have a blast.
It's going to be an incredible experiment of, does the theme work where the theme really should work, right? Yeah. Like a buddy of mine who also streams, name's Homegrown DB, who works for The Simpsons. He put Dungeons and Dragons pinball machine at a game shop. So a place where they literally go to play Dungeons and Dragons, right? He put a Dungeons and Dragons in that shop along with 4 other Stern games. He says the D&D is just making so much. He's just like, it's just killing, which it should.
Yeah.
Right? So by that rationale, I know that's it's not a really scientific method of like one specimen, but by that rationale, Pokemon at an anime convention? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go.
I was just thinking about the people that maybe saw it, like people saw that Pokemon was a released pinball machine, but didn't know like how to buy one or how do you even find one. And so also helping to be like, not just to give visibility to Rewind Pinball, but to give visibility to pinball in general. Right?
Exactly.
It's to help the community grow and for people to know about arcades and stuff. We'll have some little things. We're going to be running a little Stern Insider tournament. So whoever by 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday has the top score on Pokemon or Dungeons and Dragons, we'll get a little prize. So we have some little fun things we want to give to the people. And I'm just excited to talk to so many new people and hear their experience playing the game. And there's so much that's going to come from this experience that I'm really stoked for. So it'll be a little collab. We get a little fun time, and then helping Rewind Pinball get some visibility since they are a new dealer. I'm very excited for them. They've been given this really exciting opportunity to start to sell pinball machines, and I've been very grateful for their support.
Cool. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that experiment looks like. Speaking of people who are new to pinball, story number 3 today, I managed to grab just today. So once again, I'm watching too much YouTube.
It's okay.
And
we all do
one of my, I know, we all do it. We all have to. It's like television now. It's weird. It's exactly what they wanted it to be back in the day. One of my favorite YouTubers, besides Doug Cooltoy, is Clint Basinger. Now, Clint Basinger, better known as LGR, which Erika so wonderfully managed to get through at the beginning of the show. Originally, it's an initialism of lazy game reviews. So I've been watching Clint's YouTube channel forever. It's got to be for the last 8, 9, 10 years.
Ooh, commitment.
Yeah. Clint is an American YouTuber who focuses on video game reviews, retro computing, and unboxing videos. His YouTube channel of the same name has been compared to Techmoan and the 8-Bit Guy. So if you are a retro YouTube watcher person, you know who Techmoan is and you know who the 8-Bit Guy is. They are all in the area of, Erika, they're all in like the world of retro video games, retro computers, retro arcades, sort of like similar to Retro Ralph, right? But so Clint, Retro Ralph is a popular YouTuber. Clint, the LGR, is at 1.8 million subscribers. Okay. So Clint, this is his job, what he's doing. He also builds and restores many vintage, say this 5 times fast, vintage video games. I would watch Clint and see things about like old mouses and this and that and old computers or whatever. I tuned in today to find him next to Stern's Fall of the Empire pinball machine.
Ooh.
Ooh is right, because it's like, oh my God, my worlds are colliding. What's going on? So
it's happening. The gamers. You're getting into pinball. We're winning.
Well, you know what's funny? This isn't the first time, right? So we just mentioned Retro Ralph. We just mentioned Cool Toy. This isn't the first time that people from the retro community have kind of crossed over to say, oh, pinball. Right? This is not the first time, but this has got to be one of the largest, most popular YouTubers putting up a 17-minute long video about a pinball machine. Wow. And he said it himself in the video. He says, this is not about, because he used to play Epic Pinball, you know, on the PC, and he loved Epic Pinball. He goes, this is not that. He goes, there's nothing that really compares to actual physical pinball, the balls banging around on the table and stuff like that. And yeah, it was great. We'll post a link to the video in the description. But the long and short, Erika, is that this is amazing for a lot of things. Number one, he didn't buy the pinball machine. Full disclosure, he reached out to Stern. And this is where I think Stern is doing really good for themselves. Okay. Number one, Stern is Stern, right? Biggest pinball manufacturer on the planet. Okay. Stern is doing a really good job. Zach Sharp sends out these emails and say, hey, we got a new game coming. Check it out. But they also are doing some outreach to bigger YouTubers. Clint, here's what's funny. Clint said he reached out to them. He would go to conventions and he would see pinball and he would love to play pinball, but they were daunting. The pinball machine is, you and I both know, Erika, they don't look like they're very friendly.
It's a big object. You know, they weigh anywhere from 250 pounds to 400 pounds, and that is like pretty big.
Yeah, that's like going to get a refrigerator. But Clint, I don't know, check the video. He reached out to Stern and said, hey, I'd love to do a review of one of your games. And they were immediately like, yes. I'm sure they looked at the number of subscribers and they were like, yes. So they sent him a Fall of the Empire premium for review for 3 months. Okay. So it's not like he got a free pinball machine. So people stop. Don't go there. Yeah. Even Stern is like, look, that game is like what, $10,000.
Yeah.
But they sent it to him. He put it together. He did have a node board problem immediately. It's just an RJ45 connector popped out. He got to support. They got back to him, and he was up and running that same day. He loved it, which is great. But for Stern, This video is already sitting at 32,000 views, and it's only been up for 8 hours as of our recording.
Oh.
This is marketing genius, right?
Yeah.
So get ready for an onslaught of even newer people to the pinball world. But basically, watch the video. Clint wishes he didn't have to send it back. Right? He's like, I mean, Erika, what do you think about Fall of the Empire though, as a game for a first time home casual player?
I think it's great. I think for like a casual player, for a home game, it plays really easy. You know, recently I saw a list of 5 pinball machines for beginners somewhere on, I think it was Facebook, like Pinball Enthusiasts 2.0 or something. And some guy posted a list from what seemed like a questionable website, to be honest. Like, maybe it's not super questionable, but like I looked at the article and I was reading it and I was like, does this person play pinball like now? Like, have they played pinball now? And like just some of the ways that they were talking about, they're like, that nasty left orbit on Pokemon. I'm like, excuse you. They fixed it. They fixed it. But like the games they were recommending was like Scared Stiff, Getaway. I think they had Monsters and Medieval Madness was on there.
Of course it is.
And one other game. But I just was like, what arcade currently, like what places to just go play pinball currently have these games to play, right? These games are all from the 90s.
You guys gotta play that El Dorado. I'm telling you. It's the new
I'm like, dude, like where's your Godzilla? Like Godzilla should have been on this list. Deadpool, such an easy to go ready game. Like that was my first new in box game that I bought. That was my game that I was like, okay, I have pinball. I bought Lord of the Rings, and then I was like, I don't need it anymore. And if you've watched the last episode, you heard me buy Big Guns, which is another pinball machine. And then I was like, ooh. And then like maybe a month or two after I had Big Guns, I bought a new in box. Oh man, I bought a new in box Deadpool, and I've since unfortunately sold I've sold that Deadpool. But it became, sorry, this is a little side story, just real quick. I sold Deadpool, and it was so cool because the guy that I sold it to, so every pinball machine has like a birthday on the back, right? Like when it was built and when it was made. There's a little thing on the back that says like what day it was built. The day my Deadpool was built is his birthday.
Oh no! Yeah. Are you kidding me? Wow!
So I felt like it was destined, and it was also his first pinball machine. Like he had
way.
Yeah, and he had like a what's the word I'm looking for? He had like a computer one, he had a pinball machine.
Yeah, virtual one.
He had a virtual,
like a little virtual pinball.
I couldn't remember that word.
Yeah, that's okay.
He had a virtual pinball machine, and then
oh my god!
And then I brought him Deadpool, and then I like unloaded it, and I'm like talking to him. I'm realizing I'm like, oh, this is like literally your first machine. He's like, yeah, I play it at the arcade all the time, and I absolutely love it. And so I then like took that moment to kind of give him like what I wish I got from the guy that I bought Lord of the Rings from, because he was very nice, the guy I bought Lord of the Rings from, but I barely got any information from him about like how to put things together, balls in and out and all that stuff. He was kind of like, here's your machine. And I was like, cool, can you help us put it in the truck? So I was just kind of letting him know like, yeah, you're going to need to do this with the balls. You can do this in the settings. This is how you turn it on and off. And there was so much that I felt like I was able to give him, which felt really nice. But yeah, this is super cool to hear that this big YouTuber is catching on to pinball. I've been seeing pinball show up in some other of my Instagram and YouTube videos from other creators I really like. There's another Erika, pixelated Erika. She's with a C, and she does a bunch of Star Wars stuff, Lord of the Rings, and she's so fun and so funny. And they gave her a Star Wars machine as well to probably hold on to for a little bit and make a video on. So that was super cool. And yeah, I'm glad that Stern is doing this outreach, because this is like where it is, right? Like I love pinball, but there is no sole pinball dedicated channel with 100,000 subs. Like, right? Like there is no pinball channel that solely talks about pinball, not gaming, not arcades and other stuff, just pinball that I know of, right? Is that true? Would you say that's true? Is there any sole pinball YouTuber that has 100,000 subs?
You got me. Maybe if people out there, if you guys know, hit us up, let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I watch a lot of crap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I watch a lot of different things. Like, I'm really grateful because there's still a lot of gaming. You know, you have Retro Ralph. He's at like 75,000. And you have Cool Toy. I think
Toy is about a little over 50
something.
50. Yeah.
And then, you know, just some other ones that I know of and watch. Like, even Stern themselves, only like, what, 25,000 or something. So I do understand that there is this thing about pinball, that there is a barrier to entry as well, and it's not as easy. It's big. It's a big item, you know, like you said, it's a bit of a daunting thing. And I do recognize, I guess I say the word, maybe I've said it before, but I believe pinball is a little bit of a privilege. Because it's if you're not buying it yourself, then you're going someplace to play it, which, you know, then you have to get yourself there. You have to pay the tokens. Maybe you buy a drink. Maybe you get some food. Maybe you hang out for a while. There are some places that are really great that I love where you pay $20. You play the whole day. These sorts of arcades, though, you know, things. Yeah, I could go all into that. That's a whole other thing. Yeah. But yeah, LGR getting his first pinball machine. Yeah. I'm stoked. I got to watch this video now.
So it goes back to the saying, right? The old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats, right? LGR gets to benefit from enjoying pinball. They sent him a great game. He loves it. He says he might just buy a game, right? Boom, Stern gets a sale. At the same time, Stern gets some cred from 1.8 million other people who probably wouldn't have seen pinball, let alone Star Wars pinball. So they benefit. And guess what? Jersey Jack benefits, because if there's an onslaught of people into the pinball world, they might discover other games. Barrels of Fun, everybody benefits from this. Even you and I, Erika, we might catch another listener to our podcast.
Yeah, I did.
All because.
Yeah, all because of this.
I'm stretching this analogy.
Well, what did you see? I do see like some random like waves of views for some of my videos, like where maybe something came out and then like all of a sudden randomly now I have like 200 extra views on Pokemon, or I'll have this many extra views on this other video. So people are interested and they want to know more, and there just needs to be. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out how to get people into it a bit more, or at least help that barrier to entry. My thing with pinball, I think my biggest goal that I even think with my channel and just with talking with you, is hopefully that more people will just know that pinball still exists and they're still making it, because that's probably the number one phrase I get from someone I tell that I play pinball or I'm into pinball. They're like, pinball? They still make those? So it's really awesome to hear that a channel that big is getting some pinball. I was gonna say getting some pinball action. That sounds kind of a little questionable, but I'm glad that pinball is being introduced on their channel, and that I think so many more people can enjoy it. I think that we need that innovation. We need that drive. We want to see those licenses, and with Pokemon entering, and you've got even Harry Potter. You had Tom play, like you had Malfoy play Harry Potter.
Play Harry Potter.
That was such a great video too. I'm sure that they got some extra people from that as well, and knowing about the game. So yeah, just more pinball outreach. I love it.
Yeah. Well, we'll post the link to that also, so you can watch LGR, enjoy Fall of the Empire in the show notes.
Yeah. Oh man, Manu, just talking to you makes me so tired. So
leave this in. Please leave this in.
Well, that's gonna be it for the Pinball Minority Report. You can check out our socials. I'm Erika's Pinball Journey. That's Erika with a K. And we have Manu of Mystery Pinball Theater 3000. He has actually, guys, someone has stolen Manu's identity. So Manu doesn't have a YouTube channel right now, but you can go on his Instagram.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Be careful with getting in Manu's DMs right now because you might not be talking to Manu, which is really scary and sad and makes me confused. Even when you texted me, I was like, Manu, is this you? Use our safe word. Use our safe word, Manu. Pineapple.
Hey, why would you tell everyone our safe word?
Well, we have to change it now because that's what I said in the text,
Okay.
right?
All right. We'll change it. We'll change it.
My safe word is no date. No date, Manu. Oh, yeah. That's it. Bye, guys.